The following program is a presentation of Niagara's Vox Media. Opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of Niagara's Vox or our sponsors. Any rebroadcast in whole or in part without the written consent of Niagara's Vox is a violation of copyright.
Happy Friday, Niagara Graffiti.
Oh yeah, one more week in the books.
You pull your mic closer, buddy.
Yeah, let's pull a little closer. No more Darth Vader, though.
No more Darth Vader.
No Darth Vader this week.
Because you quit smoking. Good job.
I did.
Good job.
And over a month and a half now.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Niagara Graffiti with Tom and Tim. I am your host, Sean Levick. How is everybody this evening?
Dude, it has been a busy week.
Yeah.
Lots of things been happening. Why does this thing sound so funny, Dustin? Come on, buddy. We got our producer back in here. Dustin's back on the controls. Come on, buddy. Did you miss us?
Did you miss us, Dustin? Did you miss us?
Sorry. Yeah.
There he is.
Killing us.
Well, his mic sounds better than mine. Look at that.
I don't hear what's wrong with your mic.
No, it just sounds like it's an echo. It'll be all right, though.
It is because you're too far away from your mic.
I'm right on it now. How's that sound? 1, 2. Yeah, I'll stay back a little ways.
That was creepy. But tonight we bring to you Dr. Irene Berry.
Doc Berry.
Doc Berry.
Don't not to be confused with Dingleberry. It's Doc Berry. B-A.
I'm not going to do it because I've been around her.
You're too close.
Y'all got to understand that this woman is quick, and I'm not doing it. He's over there. He's safe.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, let's disclose. We have to give full disclosure. Doc Berry, who are your parents?
So, my mom is Terry Tompkins.
That explains the mouth.
Sorry, Mom. You chose him as a friend. I did not. I was roped into this. And my dad is David Berry, and my stepfather is Kenny Tompkins.
Oh, my goodness. Our good friend Kenny Tompkins, council chair.
She was safe leaving the last one off.
Full disclosure. We have to have full disclosure.
Yes.
But let's go over. I mean, you've obviously worked very hard to earn the title doctor. Why don't you give some people a little bit of your background?
So I'm recently a doctor, which is kind of crazy. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, so it's not like one of those crazy doctors that Sean portrayed me to be. I'm not a surgeon. I'm not anything crazy like that.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Joe Biden's technically a doctor, and she's never worked on anybody, so you deserve your title doctor.
Which doctor?
No, I wasn't saying I wasn't saying it's a bad thing. She does have her doctorate, but at least you're a useful doctor.
Thank you. So I'm a doctor of physical therapy. I've been practicing. I graduated from Damon College in May of this year. Before that, I was a physical therapist assistant since 2015. And
you're a graduate of Niagara Falls High School, are you?
This is true. I am, class of 2012.
Wow.
And you got your doctorate from Damon?
Yeah, doctorates from Damon.
How is that? Because I know a couple people that have doctorates from Damon.
It was quite the program. It was a lot of work.
Expensive.
But it was a lot of work, and honestly, like the longest 5 years of my life, but I'd do it again.
Well, that
do it all
sucks,
again.
seeing how it's only a 3-year program. I mean, come on.
Hey.
You did graduate with my boys, though. I mean, you do know both of my boys.
I do. This is
They
true.
also
sorry.
graduated here from Niagara Falls High School as well. So, but
I'm just kidding, boys. I was only joking.
But
I'm sure
you
you're
did
much
have a
nicer
good.
than your dad.
You did have a good graduation party because I remember we were there, and I think the fellow sitting in the orange hat there was the main chef that was cooking there, wasn't he?
I didn't cook anything. I just reheated it. Her dad knocked that out the park.
Ooh,
They had all that taken care of, heated up, cooked up, marinated by the time I got there.
remember
All I had to
wine
do was flip
slushies.
stuff and look pretty like I always
Toast on the
do.
grill, flip it over.
and there was wine slushies there too.
Yes,
that
there
was my
was.
first place ever having those.
You're welcome.
And that's why I was happy to when I also cooked for her brother's housewarming.
Housewarming,
and
wedding
one-
reception. I don't
Yeah,
even
it was
know
like
what
a
to call it.
year wedding reception type thing.
Yeah, that thing.
And her dad did the same thing. He had par cooked and marinated the chicken. So anytime they say, "Hey, do you want to come over and cook? We got you. We're gonna feed you. We're gonna pay you." Yo, listen, it's not working. I get over there and I have a blast. You know, like I said, Irene is quick, so she makes it definitely a comfortable time. Definitely. I get clamor. You see how it was with the Mayor and Cormac's interview, real nervous. And
You were just a little uncomfortable.
you get there and as soon as she starts talking shit, you're like, "Yep, I can fit in here. I can fit in
These
here."
are my people.
Yep, most definitely. So, tell us about Operation Christmas Child.
So Operation Christmas Child is through I don't call it organization called Samaritan's Purse. They are a national organization. They have buildings all over the place. The closest one I think actually is Virginia, but they advertise all over. And our church learned about it probably 5-6 years ago. We started doing these shoe boxes for what they call their project Operation Christmas Child. Now they do a ton of other stuff, but this is like their big push for Christmas. What they are, basically, you can look up videos on YouTube if you're in the mood to cry. It does give you a very good cry, I'll tell you that much. If you're a softie like me,
Oh, those are the
or
Grams?
like this guy.
That's ran by the Grams, right? Franklin and Billy.
Yeah.
Well, Franklin now, and
Yeah,
it's
but-
located. I think their headquarters is located in Deep Gap, North Carolina, right outside Boone,
I
North
think
Carolina.
so. Sure.
Yeah, it was,
what he said.
I live down the street from him.
all right.
Down there, yeah.
Yeah, he's the expert on that. So,
It's weird because when I was originally talking to you, when I went going back and forth about setting this up with you, I don't want to say I'm slow. It was probably a wrong word. I had a dumb moment in not connecting Operation Christmas Child with Samaritan's Purse, even though I was talking about Samaritan's Purse
got
in
you.
the conversation.
I got you.
But proceed.
I got you. So basically, yeah, it's their big push for Christmas. They have what's called National Collection Week, and that is coming up in 2 weeks, actually, on, I believe, the 18th of November. These boxes get packed with toys, trinkets, and hygiene stuff, and whatever else. And each box, we try to put some school supplies in. Every kid gets a bar of soap, a washcloth, a comb, a toothbrush. Unfortunately, we can't send anything liquid, so we're not able to send them toothpaste or anything along those lines that go with it. But yeah, there's some of the boxes there that we pack up. They are just the size of a normal shoebox. They get packed up, they get prayed over, and they get sent to Samaritan's Purse. And from there, they distribute them all over. I mean, they end up going all over the world to different Christian countries that some of these kids have never gotten a gift in their life, and this is the first gift that they've ever received. Honestly, it makes me cry when I think about it, but you'll watch the videos of these kids on YouTube, and they have never gotten a gift in their life, and just this gift being packed and given to them by somebody that they know cares about them, and they know the gift came from God, and that's the biggest thing. So
Now, there's a lot of countries around the world that don't celebrate Christmas neither, correct?
this is true. This is true.
I think also with these packages, they try to keep them to where, I don't want to say it's plain, but they don't have like American flags on it and stuff like that, because of the simple fact is that it's just the expression and the gesture.
What the heck is that noise?
What is that?
Not my phone. My phone's sitting here being quiet and behave.
It's right over here.
But yeah, so the boxes, there's no Americana stuff in them. We don't put anything with flags. You're not allowed to do camouflage or any guns or any war-related items, just because we're not sure what countries these are going to.
Yeah. PTSD and
You can
stuff
send
like
those
that.
Exactly.
to me. You can send those
Okay.
to me if you want.
All right.
I'll take care of those for you.
So yeah, so they get sent over. And then when these kids receive the boxes, they go over this story called The Greatest Journey, where every kid is given a Bible in their own language. They are taught a Bible lesson through this little packet, and they're given a lesson by the people that deliver them from Samaritan's Purse.
Now, you're uniquely qualified to handle this kind of stuff because you got a special hobby that the church takes advantage of, I've seen.
This is true.
Takes advantage of. Holy extreme couponers.
So basically, it was like early last year. I got bored, believe it or not, between.
Why do I get the feeling that's how they all start? Every single one of them are like, I got the Sunday paper and I got I got bored. And
well, I was bored, right? So we'll go with that. We'll go with the fact that I was bored, even though I was full-time grad school and I don't know, I had COVID and all that other stuff. But yeah, it went from basically me getting bored and just doing this as a little hobby to
putting it to very
blew
good
up.
use. Putting it to very good use. I'm
Yeah,
sure there are a lot of community members here that are very grateful and appreciative of that.
Yeah.
And I believe that part of what your outreach or the whole outreach that you do that's Bacon's Blessings.
That is, yeah. So it's called Bacon's Blessings. We started that earlier this year. The mission group at our church between my dad and I. Not many, I'm 27 years old, and not many 27-year-old girls can say they spend every Saturday with their dad and go out and we shop all day long.
Your dad's cool, though.
He is cool.
He's cool.
But don't tell him I said that.
Oh,
He might be listening, but
Yeah.
we
Well,
don't have him listening now. We got
He's actually at the church right now.
While we were
doing
talking
stuff,
about
so.
your dad, you posted recently he had gotten an award from Empower.
He did. So
I didn't
he
mean to-
is. No, that's okay. I can go back. We're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my dad has worked for Empower, formerly Niagara Cerebral Palsy, for, longer than I've been alive, 28, 29, maybe 30 years at this point. And he just got an award through the New York chapter of the National Cerebral Palsy Administration, and he is actually the only person from his work to ever get that award twice.
Wow.
Which is kind of cool. And
So-
he plays it down and says, "Oh, it's not a big deal," but I think it's so cool.
Humble,
So, yeah.
That's good.
And the different things that I've been a part of that y'all have allowed me to be a part of, your graduation and your brother's housewarming. That man is an very organized person.
He was never in the military, but we call him Sarge.
Yeah, and it was weird because he was so comfortable with everything that was. You could tell when I first got there, he was like, "All right, we got to make sure. What's up with these food trays over here? We got to get this. Sean, the food's in the garage over there. You go over there. Blah blah blah."
So
right.
he used to be the general manager of the Niagara Club down on First in Buffalo Ave.
It makes sense.
Downtown when it was still the Niagara Club.
You have a couple of siblings that are in the military, though.
Not I.
Were?
Nope, not I.
Okay.
So 2 uncles, but yeah. But basically, going back to Bacon's Blessings, so the couponing thing just kind of started, like I said, out of boredom, and I guess school challenged one part of my mind, and that was it. But like the couponing challenged a whole other part of my brain, and it kind of gave me a break from school. Even though I was still thinking a lot, and I'm doing math, and I'm doing this and that, it really gave me that little break that I needed, and basically just allowed me to do some more mission work that like kind of meant a lot more to me because it's in our community. I know Corona hit everybody hard and COVID hit everyone super, super hard, especially in this area. And I think a lot of us don't realize that. Myself being an essential worker, I worked the whole time through besides when I was sick until I got sick earlier this year.
You had COVID, didn't you?
I did. I had it April 1st of 2020.
Damn, what a terrible April Fool's Day joke.
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke. When I lost my smell and taste, that was my first symptom, and it was a brand new study that had come out actually that day. I was at work, and my coworkers said it to me. They were like, "Oh, that's a symptom of COVID." I was like, "Yeah, you guys are really funny." Okay, April Fools. Joke was on me because I tested positive a couple days later. Well, 2 weeks later when I finally got a test. But
you were staying with your grandparents.
I was with my grandmother.
And your mom was a little worried about her.
I was very worried. I locked myself in my room. I Lysoled everything. I wore gloves around the house. I wore an N95 around the house, but
everything turned out well.
it did.
Yeah,
Knock on
turned out
wood.
well. And I've been around her grandmother, and I'm pretty sure that COVID should have been afraid. because she's quick to.
She'd beat you with her walking stick.
Yeah,
Carol doesn't play.
She don't play that shit.
No.
Like.
We call her G for a reason.
Yeah. She's nice. She's a sweet. I don't know. I'm afraid to even say old. Like, I'm afraid she
Don't
might
do it.
kick my ass just for.
Listen, she don't drive very much anymore, but she'd drive here just to do it.
She's a little fat guy that's cooked a couple times.
Stop
and
it.
Talking on that podcast, talking all that shit. Come here. Yeah, she was sitting at a table and they were going. I was listening. I was like, out and I heard it. I was like, damn.
Who is that?
She sounds just like my
You're gonna
grandmother.
need
Because she
physical
doesn't.
therapy after she's done beating the shit out
Seriously.
of you.
Yeah.
You better go somewhere else. I don't know any good ones.
Oh, did we have some pictures that came in from some of your
Yes.
handiwork there for the couponing stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I stole
Dustin,
a
we
couple
got any of
pictures
those?
off her Facebook page.
Yeah. It's basically all I post anymore.
Yeah, and the amount of stuff when we did your graduation, you snuck me and Tim back there and saw some of the.
Lord, there was
And it was a mesh because there was parts of it that were the Bacon's Blessings.
Yep.
There was a part because you also host a live auction.
Yep, we actually just did that.
Just did one.
Like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, I started looking at some of the stuff for the
Yeah.
pictures. I was like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have missed that because I need that desk chair. Right?
Right?
Look at that size of that party percolator right there. We could really use that at the office for the studio.
I bought that.
The percolator?
Yeah.
Nice.
You can use it. Let me know.
Okay,
All
yeah.
right. I got a few.
I'm trying to
So, yeah.
push things into a
yeah,
catering
There's
area.
your Dustin. You want to pull his office chair up that he wants so bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, he missed out on that. That sold on him.
Oh yeah, and that usually works for me. You know, I've kind of rigged mine up. I got a rocking chair, and Jackson actually broke my wheelchair, so I got
Lord.
I got these parts.
Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm pointing at like everybody else can see it.
I know.
But I have the top and bottom. And I have the ass cushion, the bottom cushion, and the back cushion.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
rocking chair because they're massage things. So I
Those
just
are so nice.
that's all I did is just rewired it. You know,
There you go. All right. That's all. You rig it up a little bit.
resourceful.
There you go.
Best way to be.
What else you got in there, Dustin?
And then you guys also give out hygiene products. Now, how often do you do the actual Bacon's Blessings?
So we try to do it every like 5 to 6 weeks. We haven't actually done one since the end of October, or no, since the end of September, I think. But we shoot for every like 5 to 6 weeks or so, just depending on how much stuff we have and when we can get out couponing, which we haven't done. And
You should
pains me a little.
maybe you should teach a class on that.
I could, but then that means I got competition, and
Teach
you know,
people,
Try to
teach
play
a
it a
man
little.
to fish and lead forever, but you give a man a fish and lead for a day. Well, maybe instead of having this giveaway, maybe you should teach the class.
If you guys did,
That's true.
if you guys did it as a group, man, Walmart would really be in trouble every week. You know?
Where's your main source for this come from? The dollar stores?
Dollar General is my favorite.
Dollar General.
That's like my go-to.
You can tell she's twitching. She don't
It
want to
is.
give
I'm
away her
like-
secret. She's
No.
like, why are you
So-
asking me? I'm gonna have a whole bunch of people in there with damn Sunday flyer ads.
Well, there's
and-
enough
know,
Dollar
that-
Generals around that
Oh,
you shouldn't
I
have an
know.
issue. They're
That's
putting
so
them.
great.
I remember it used to be Rite Aid and Walgreens, and now it's Dollar General.
They are everywhere. It's on every corner.
Wow, man, they're
But
just.
yeah, I get the coupons, so it's hard. So it takes a lot of work, and I think people don't realize how much work goes into the actual like doing the couponing itself. They just say, okay, I'm going to cut something out of the paper. I'm going to go there and give it to them, and that's it. But to be able to get the quantity that we get, I actually have bought coupons offline. I have.
You buy coupons.
I do.
Oh,
Shh,
come on.
Don't make fun of me.
Oh my.
If you think I won't throw this water at you, sir.
Sean, stand up.
But
Just lean back. Thanks,
Lean
buddy.
back.
I bought coupons offline from what are called, you're going to like this one, Tim, coupon fairies.
No boy.
Online, yeah, buy them from the fairies. But yeah, I bought them offline. I have a lady who works for the Buffalo News who, when they don't give them all the way on Sundays in the paper,
Bring the circulars to you.
yeah, the rest of them she leaves on her porch, and I go pick them up.
You get digital coupons as well, manufacturers coupons.
Yep, digital coupons. Every woman at my church, there's some guys too, but most of the women at my church will save their coupons for us. I pick those up in the office every week. And I don't know, it's just...
I've seen sites like Honey and things like that. Do you use sites like that as well?
Not often, because those don't always work, or they'll work on certain things, but they don't always have the stuff that's on sale. I really go for the stuff that's on sale and then combine the coupon with it.
I don't know how Tim's seen Honey on P-Hub.
So Yeah, but what we were showing
Paid
earlier,
subscription, buddy.
just that stuff. What we focus on getting, or we really try to focus on getting, is just stuff that like you can't buy with assistance. Like if you can't go into a store and buy toilet paper, feminine products, or shampoo and conditioner with an EBT card, which I think is the stupidest oversight in our department. Like it makes no sense to me at all because those are necessities.
Yeah.
Like you tell me anybody that's making these rules doesn't need toilet paper at their house, or they don't need shampoo and conditioner, they don't need like toothpaste and that kind of stuff.
I have a bidet, so I don't need toilet paper.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I bought a
So,
bidet.
of course you do. But yeah, we try to focus on that kind of stuff. We try to focus on anything that you can't buy with your card or with any other sort of assistance. And that, like, I look for diapers all the time. Diapers are huge. We get formula that's donated that we buy, and just a bunch of baby stuff, pet stuff. We ran into a woman actually when we were couponing the one time that was she bought, I don't even know how many cans of tuna and canned salmon.
Those are usable things.
But she was buying them, and she's buying them for her cats because she could use her EBT card to buy that stuff because she wanted to feed her animals and not worry about herself.
I can understand that. I don't like animals.
You know, that's
All right.
people were doing that too when it comes to like their medications and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes they were having to choose between medications or eating.
Yeah.
You know, here you've got people that are choosing, you know, feed themselves or feed their pets.
Exactly. And it's sad. Like, it happens more than we will ever know. Honestly, like it happens so much more than we realize that people are going without to provide for
I read somewhere where they were asking the elderly people at the stores when they were buying like tuna and stuff, or they were buying cat food, and they were like, was this for you or for your pet?
Yeah.
Because it was actually cheaper to buy the pet food than it was to buy
human
food, and they were
having to do both to be able to cope with what they needed to cope with. And that actually happens quite a bit to where people will because pet food, if you get certain pet food, 69 cents a can, or 5 cans for $1, you know, and that's much cheaper than tuna fish.
Right.
But then on the other hand, you got food that's really, really bad for you that don't go that far, that's much cheaper, you know. So the healthy food, and that's kind of what we were talking about on the interview with Cormac, to be able to combat some of them things, organizations that help out the best they can, or you get somebody like Mr. Steve Carroll over at the Salvation Army that does the garden, and people can come in. If we see more things like that, it would alleviate some of the funds that people spend on healthy food.
And it's teaching people how to be self-sufficient rather than having to, you know, you go out and spend, you know, $2 for seeds in the fall, and then in the spring you plant those, and that feeds you for the whole summer.
Yeah,
this is true.
Well, and if ideally, because I like to do something like me and Jackson got a couple of them, and I'll bring in pictures one time, or I'll share pictures one time. They're the tire wishing wells, where you take the tires and you make the wishing wells and then make the garden on top. We were considering making the same tire wishing wells, but in the bottom of it for stray cats, to where it's insulated and they can go in there in the wintertime. And then you set them out in different areas, throw down some cat food, and the cats, or feral cats, can get in there. But during the summertime, maybe plant something like potatoes in there, because potatoes require dark, and then maybe give them away to people.
Yeah.
You know.
Why not?
You know, we got some people online watching. We got Stacy Sonolitter and Bobby Smidala, Lori Pello. Hey, Lori. John Fidel's on here watching. If anybody wants to call in, the number to call in is 716-990-3934. If you're going to call in, ask Dr. Irene Berry any questions, whether it be about Bacon Memorial or her doctorate degree, or Lord knows super couponing. She's sounds like she's quite accomplished at doing that.
She's not going to give away none of her secrets.
You know,
so.
well, we can hook you guys up offline. Maybe if people want to donate their coupons to her, they can
Oh my goodness,
connect with her, and it's something as simple as that. Most people,
that's
they'll
like
get
Christmas.
What's the Sunday or the Saturday or the Sunday newspaper? Sunday newspaper.
Well, Niagara Gazette only comes out on Saturdays now. They don't have a Sunday, so.
Oh, that damn Gazette lost another day of circulation.
They lost a Sunday?
They did. Wow. They did. So it's on the Saturday paper through the Gazette. But yeah, if you are willing to donate your coupons, that's amazing. I'm telling you, it's better than Christmas. I get so excited. So the way I look at it, you give me one present in a packet of coupons, I will turn that into $50 worth of presents. And it's just a simple thing. So you can drop them at the church. It's at 166 59th Street. In Niagara Falls, there's a little mail slot up the front walk on the side of the building, or stick them in the door, stick them in the handle. So
get a hold of Sean or I. We can get them to her. Anybody, however you want.
If you can't get out there, let one of us know, and we'll come pick them up, and we'll drop them off. Or I'll start grabbing the ones that I got from the house, and we'll drop them off on the way here. Now, we got 10 apartments, and the mailman just throws the whole packet down.
Listen, I'll take any and all of them.
Now, Irene, what do you see yourself doing in, say, 5 years?
Oh, gosh. Why you gotta hit me with this question? So I am I'm working per diem right now, but it's more of a full-time per diem. It's kind of an odd, little pickle that I'm in right now. I have been interviewing for other positions. What I'm looking at is to be a director of rehab. I work in skilled nursing facilities. I love my little geriatric patients. I've been doing it for 6 years, and
old people can be cool.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
I have them.
Like Raven from
literally.
Teen Titans. Yeah. Loves old people. No, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I have a woman. She's probably, gosh, I don't know, in her early 80s right now. She came in the other day for a long-term care placement. Thinks I'm her daughter-in-law.
Oh.
And I met this woman less than a week ago, and I want to put her in my pocket and take her home. I don't know what it is. I just love.
Have you met her son yet?
I haven't, no.
Well, you should meet your future husband, I would think, before.
Well, I think he's already my husband if I'm her daughter-in-law.
There you go.
But I don't know.
Well,
I want to tell your son that I'm already going to get married.
Shit, he'd be lucky to find out. I think for I don't want to say for everybody that goes into rehab places and geriatric places, they do have this weird love for old people. The twins' mother, she works at Niagara Rehab, and
that's where I met her.
Yeah, she has that same weird. They're so cute on the picture.
They are so cute. I just want to take them home with me.
Now you're looking for a job local here, right? You have no intentions of going anywhere, do you?
I don't. No. So working in the skilled nursing facility. There's my boss is called the director of rehab. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to do. It's a big numbers game with that, which with the coupons, same thing. It's a game. Mm-hmm. So in a nursing facility, how the reimbursement works and stuff like that, you have to figure out all these numbers, and it's like a big puzzle trying to figure it out. I love that stuff. I need motivation. If I have something that makes something a challenge, I'm going to go even harder for it, no matter what it is. And I'm able to provide my patients that much better care. That's what I'm in it for.
Now, do you have
fun challenge?
Any more schooling that you need or anything? You done with school, you think?
I'm done with school. The only thing I want, and I know it's gross, and everybody looks at me like I have 3 heads when I say it, I love wounds, and I know that's so disgusting because everyone looks at me like I'm crazy, but I want to do wound care. That's a 10 or 15-year goal for me, is to get maybe a little sooner, but to get my wound care certification. Like I said, I've been interviewing for director of rehabilitation positions. I've been offered 3 or 4, but.
So if people start getting stabbed out on the street and you're getting a good Samaritan taking care of you, first off, police department, she didn't create the wound. She's just taking care of it. And if she did create the wound, she was with me the night before for about 18 hours, and it wasn't her. So
stab wounds aren't that bad when you got to shove a wound vac inside somebody's diabetic store. Those things can be really, really rough.
I gotta tell you,
some of those.
I gotta tell you, I created I got my go bag just in case if I need to go somewhere, and I was reading and I made my own first aid kit tailored to what I thought. Do you know what they recommended you put in there for a large wound? I thought I thought my buddy was pulling my leg when he told me this, and I actually looked up. No, tampons.
Yeah.
You pack those things in
that's
there.
what they do anyways.
They expand to 5 times their size.
I never knew that. I was looking at that and I'm like, holy that makes sense. I went
especially if you get the Super Flow Plus.
Oh,
I don't know.
I didn't get into the wings or without wings.
Ultra, yeah.
There you go.
Ultra with wings.
I wasn't checking capacities or anything like that, diameters or nothing like that. But
good Lord.
Well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do out there in the world of wounds and wounds.
Well, let's shift gears now. we just had an election on Tuesday. Irene, you're in town of Niagara, correct?
I'm actually back in Niagara Falls.
You're back in Niagara Falls?
Back in Niagara Falls,
you
yep.
voted Tuesday?
I do have to tell a little. No, so Tuesday I came home with a very bad headache and I napped. And when I have a headache, my naps tend to last slightly longer than a normal person's nap.
Uh-oh.
And I may or may not have slept past the closing of the polls.
Uh-oh. So did you happen to catch the results?
I did, but I mean, we can't find out like how Walter did yet. Walter's my
Walter
dog brother.
Yes.
My
Walter
dog
was a
brother, is that a
write-in.
thing?
I was going to say,
Well, he was
Walter is
a
her
write-in.
relative.
One of the write-in candidates that
Yeah.
was on the ballot. Well, he wasn't on the ballot, but he was eligible to be having his name put on the ballot.
Yes.
And he definitely got some votes.
And there were, I think, 126 write-in ballots.
126.
collected.
Yeah, and then there, I think, when they open up the absentees and whatnot. But I don't think anybody wrote an absentee. If they did, that'd be great.
They might have. They
Yeah.
might have. I'm
But,
hoping he got like at least like 0.1%. I'll be fine with that.
I mean, I just want him to get 86. If he gets
Yeah.
86 votes,
You're gonna be happy.
he'll be Niagara Falls' top dog vote getter.
That's only one less than what I got in the primary because I had 87 in the primary. So we need him to get 88.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, we need to get.
What do they do when they find out he's a dog?
No, it was clear that Walter was a dog. I
yeah.
didn't make no bones about that. That's what I did there.
There's that. There we go. Oh, Lord, cut him off.
Yeah, no, I made it very clear, and I seen certain individuals saying that I was trying to equate Walter, act like Walter was somebody else. I never said that because I definitely played Walter's intelligence up more than other people.
You can look
Are you
at
saying
the
my dog's not
signs.
intelligent?
No, I was saying your dog is intelligent
I'm
more
telling
than
you,
other
I'm
candidates.
saying that your dog is a little ornery shit because I remember when we went and picked him up, he was so small you could fit in the palm of your hand.
He's so cute
And
though.
now,
Right now
he's a
it's-
little monster.
Right now, it's Walter, Ellie, and Remy all together.
Yeah.
together.
Where did
Ellie
Ellie
And
come
Macy.
from?
Ellie is
Ella,
her.
yeah,
Ella.
Ella.
Where did
I
Ella
call
come
her
from?
Bean. She's my brother's dog. My brother's in Disney right now.
Why does that
gonna
not
call your-
surprise me? Because they
I know,
seem like
she's-
they were some Disney fanatics.
I was gonna
So
call.
I'm
let me
just kidding,
rephrase
Michael.
this. He is not so much. She is psychotic about Disney.
It was all over the place.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's
I saw-
slightly nauseating, but that's okay.
I love Disney, but I don't love Disney.
Yeah, there's a line.
I don't Disney.
I'm afraid of
was
Disney.
bad
I
for me.
really know that they're the Illuminati and
Yeah, is that
all
what it
that
is?
other weird shit.
Disney was a bad experience for me. I don't want to talk about that one. But
Disney owns Bohemian Grove. Is that what you're saying? You were at Bohemian Grove, Tim?
no, that's where I caught my.
Were you there? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
But-
bad experience.
He just
Oh,
turned Disney
Lord.
really darker than
know,
I
what
was
the
trying
hell?
to make it. Like,
But no, they're in Disney until tomorrow eve. Well, actually Sunday morning. Then they're renting a car and driving to Jacksonville for the Bills game.
My son lives in
And-
Jacksonville.
why waste the time?
Well, I actually leave tomorrow. I leave in like 12 hours for Jacksonville myself.
Really?
Yeah, I booked last minute. I booked like 2 weeks, like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
You know,
You're gonna
Timothy
wait
lives
to
there.
go see old number 17 lose to Jacksonville?
No,
You're gonna watch Allen lose to Allen.
I think
Can we
One of the
not-
Allens are gonna lose.
I think Buffalo's going to win that game.
Tim, do you see this right now? This is me praying to God for the strength not to beat him right now.
Well, you can get a hold of Timothy, my son. He lives there in Jacksonville.
All right, all right.
He does live there. Just had a daughter born back in August. She's in Ohio right now with her grandmother. And
She's
her
not a Bills
mother.
fan.
No, Timothy's a Steelers fan, so you can smack him when you get there.
Oh yeah, no, you can definitely go down there and
But
create
we
Bills
are.
Mafia havoc.
We did. I graduated from Elmwood High School on my sweatshirt here, and I do know that they are ranked. They're seeded number 3 in the state playoffs for the high school football
All right,
in
all
Ohio,
right.
and they're playing in their second round of the playoffs tomorrow night, Saturday at 7:00 against Liberty Benton. Elmwood only lost one game this year, and it was actually an away game. They were a perfect 6-0 at home, 3-1 away. Now I want to tell my cousin Shannon's boy Colton to knock some people in their ass, buddy. Do us proud. I'd like to see them go all the way. They were, like I said, they were the 3rd seed in the tournament, so they're obviously ranked pretty good right now, and they've been playing very good, very strong. But we had some of these people that won in this election I wanted to talk about. We got 3 new council members that obviously the elections aren't official yet, But
we know that the outcome of the elections.
the majority of them are they're not within reach of the mail-in ballots that still need to be counted. But we had David Zajac was the top vote getter. He had over 3,000 votes this year.
I kind of figured that, before we go into all I have it written down, and I honestly figured that this was the way, except for Mr. Benedict. Honestly, that was a shocker to me.
I can't believe Mike didn't pull out. That's, but like I said, I mean, Mike was down by 7,000 votes. I think he was strong around here, but everywhere else, I think he was a little lacking. Lockport area.
If you want to give a rundown of the victims for the next 4 years, you can.
We got David Zajac, and then we got Tracy Bax was the second highest vote getter, and then Mr. Dante Miles coming in third. He's got a seat now. Got district legislator for, I believe, 3rd district was Mark Grozio.
Yep.
And then we got Jeffrey Elder took over the 4th district.
Yep, he's my county legislator.
We got the 6th district still up in the air. There's a 14 vote difference right now.
That didn't shock me neither.
Well, we got, I know I was talking to Bill, and he said there was over 90 mail-in ballots yet to count. So those will be probably next week that they'll start on those. But
depending on who it is.
Well, I know there were over 50 of those were Democratic ballots that came from Democratic.
Yeah, but around here it doesn't.
No,
that's one thing around here though that I've noticed, that people will, when they're in public, it's called the Brady effect. They'll sit there and say one thing, and then when they get to the polls, they'll do something different.
Yep.
They'll go along with the herd mentality, saying, "Oh, I'm a Democrat. We got to vote along the lines."
Yeah.
And then turn around and be like, "Well,
I like this Republican.
I like this Republican, or we'll go out and hang out and I don't."
And you know what though, I personally I kind of like that, because you should vote for the person, not the party.
Yeah, you should definitely vote based on this. It's a job interview. It's essentially a job interview at the root of it. You're looking for your employees that you're going to give a 4-year contract to.
Did my mom ever tell you what I do?
Uh-oh.
So I used to be a poll watcher, or not watcher, but I would sit and sign people in. I can't think of what it's called right now.
Oh, election inspectors.
That, yeah. I used to call it working the polls, and then I realized that it probably doesn't sound right. So I don't work the polls, but I worked the polls.
I worked the polls, but I didn't work those last time. So everybody that brought singles to the NAC Center thinking I was going to work the polls, didn't happen.
Yeah, I was at 79th Street School, so that probably would have been bad. Shouldn't do that there.
Could be a poll worker at a school. That'd be kind of weird, but it'd be fun.
Yeah,
All them, soccer moms.
Could have been. I'm done. I'm just going to let myself out.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. But yeah, so I used to work it, so I know what you can, what you can't do, that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I would go in and I would take my ballot and I would go over, take the thing, whatever, ask no sleeve. I don't need the sleeve. I don't care if it's covered or not. And I'd put it on the wall. Yeah. And I would stand up against the wall and I would vote on the wall. Well, that's frowned upon.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's not illegal, but it's frowned upon, because it's so secretive and it has to be. I will tell you who I voted for. I've always been that way, whatever. And I got yelled at the one time, and the elections inspector, whatever you want to call it, literally uttered the words, "This stupid kid is doing this," and I lost it.
Did you beat some ass?
I was going to say,
I just lost it. I was so aggravated.
I could easily see that turn into a bad situation
I'll tell you,
because most of them poll workers are old, surprisingly.
And it was literally just here's this, here's the reason I can do this, here, whatever. And he goes, well, everybody else can see who you voted for. I was like, if they want to know who I voted for, I'll tell them who I voted for.
Hey, I'll say it right there while I'm doing it. I took Jackson, and I was explaining and in order for me to tell Jackson about the polls and what's going on, I'm explaining to him each candidate.
Right.
And why I'm voting for these candidates. And,
exactly. It's important for them, and it's not so much that you're trying to make him say, oh, this is how you have to vote and whatever. Yeah. But I remember being 18 and going to vote for the first time, and on the new ballots and stuff. I went in with my dad all the time when they used to have the ones where you pull the thing over, and
that might have been fun.
That was before my time. But I used to go in and do all that with him and stuff. But I didn't know how to do these ballots. I can't imagine walking in for the first time and just being now what?
Yeah. So, do you see they did have one major write-in candidate looking pretty good that he may have actually won in Buffalo, Byron Brown. But they were accusing them of shenanigans, saying that something about stamps or something like that.
Yeah, there was an investigation to poll stamping.
But they said that they took care of it right away. They released the poll worker and brought somebody else in to replace them and took care of it. But that's one write-in candidate that actually may have actually pulled it off.
But that's also an incumbent candidate
Right.
that's been there for 10 years, 12 years.
Long time.
14, I think.
Has
Something
he?
like that. 12.
No, it would have to be 15 if he was in his fourth term.
Yes.
Because then he'd be done after 16.
Right.
Yeah.
So he definitely has the brand recognition. And I think after everything that went on last year, he was able to ride certain comments that were made that weren't really clarified on. When Miss Walton started saying reallocating funds to different programs, in a lot of ways it does kind of make sense, but in a lot of ways it doesn't make sense.
They kind of manipulated the meanings, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, and of course, and then that's the same way, because if I remember last year, Byron Brown didn't have a problem when they were cutting money from the police department in Buffalo. He wasn't vocal about having them not cut money, but he definitely allowed it. So it was okay for when he was doing it, or it was going on in his watch, but when she was doing it, it was different. And all she was saying is we need, kind of like during our conversation with Cormac, he said, you take some of the money out of the aggressive policing and put it into the mental health programs to find the root cause. In all reality, we kind of need to do that, but at the same time, we do need law enforcement to maintain law and order.
Well, you're talking about moving money around and stuff like that.
I want a bunch of cops. I want to saturate the departments.
Well, Monday, the mayor released the city budget. It was actually the presentation was Monday at 7:00 over at City Hall, and we've got a tax increase coming, which I don't think was any big secret.
I actually watched Sam's podcast instead of the mail. That just lets you know how much I like you, Sam Archie. I watched your podcast and not the budget meeting. But go ahead, Tim.
I was there. I did the live stream so people could see it. They couldn't make it there, and they're putting in a couple of department heads. I saw they're adding
three new department heads.
Yeah, we're adding economic development director. We're adding a MIS director, and they're adding back in senior services and youth services. They're coming back. They're combining two jobs into one for that one. And, I work for DPW. I work for the city. And I'm a union member, steel worker, proud. Mm-hmm. And I see we've got department heads coming in for $90,000, $80,000, $55,000, $50,000, $60,000.
I should have ate before I came here. Jesus, that was
so loud.
I'm sorry, my whole stomach just grumbled, and she just looked at me. I had to look down for a second, but go ahead.
But I was obviously going door to door. I was running for legislator, and I was engaging with the people in District 6 and everything. And I'm sure the council people that just got elected, as well as the ones that didn't, all the campaign candidates were out there, and I'm sure we a lot of what we were hearing was about the delivery of the services, and even the write-in candidate that was running, John Restano, even said, cut the grass. That was one of his 9 points was cut the grass. Mm-hmm. Why is it that you put a department head that isn't out there, boots on the ground, we'll say, cutting the grass? Your hands aren't on that lawnmower, but you're putting a department head in for $90,000. That's almost 3 DPW workers. The people aren't bitching the people are bitching because the city looks like shit.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't see any additional, like I say, it's not a slam towards Native Americans at all, but it's a saying that you put in too many chiefs and no Indians, or you hired a bunch of chefs but no cooks. Yeah. Okay, why are we're making a top-heavy administration, but we're super light on the actual boots on the ground, on the workers that are out there actually performing the services. And I still beside myself as to, you say the city's broke, you can't afford to hire a decent wage for a CDL driver. But yeah, you can pay $90,000 for somebody to come in from out of town or whatever, and there's 2 department heads right now that are making $90,000 that don't even live in the damn city.
And I think though it kind of goes hand in hand again with the conversation I had with him last Friday, is that there's a way to do both. there's a way, and I fully understand where you're coming from. You can't have shit top heavy, it topples over.
Yeah.
But our problems can't be looked at from a top-down solution. It has to be looked at from the ground. In all honesty, like I had said, and the mayor was like, I can't tell people to go out. I'm not telling people to go out and sweep. And I said, no, get your asses out there and sweep, because by doing that, it's coming alongside each other, and that's really what really at the root of our problems in Niagara Falls is that there's people and I'm not saying us, obviously, I'm saying individuals. For an example, it's easy for a writing candidate, John, to say cut the grass, but doesn't get out there and do it himself. And I could say it like that because that's a prime example. They all said that. You know who did get out there and put his money where his mouth is when he was telling people to cut the grass? Kenny
Tompkins.
Kenny went out there. He got us lawnmowers. I've had 4 lawnmowers stolen, and he gave it to me.
I think he had a good mechanic that was helping get some of that equipment in shape too for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. We had definitely a Batman working in the.
There was somebody in the background.
Yeah, definitely. And there was that's kind of what our conversation was about the other day. We're identifying people that want to be out here and do these little things because it's a community thing.
They're willing to get their hands dirty.
Yeah, and
then
then
put their money where their mouth
when
is.
when people in positions like Mayor Restano see people doing that, then they come out and say, listen, you're a group of people that complained about it and came together and solved this. We want to make you the official grass inspection committee. And that's how things get fixed, is coming together, because there's already a distrust and a dislike between the community and the government.
Distrust in the government.
But then when people break it down and they look at it, there's no real difference between the community and the government because it's still part of the community.
Yeah.
They're just in a position where there are tools. They're not, I hate calling them our employees because we elect them, but
Right.
they're put in positions.
They're supposed to work for us.
They're put in positions and they're supposed to work for us the same way that a pen or a pencil does.
Yep.
And I don't want to cheapen them, but that's what we have to look at them as. How can we work alongside this paper and this pen and create words? God, my stomach is fucking...
Anybody got food?
That shit was like, I don't know what's going on. It's like
It's a boy.
I got 4 other ones, so it better be a girl. I need 3 girls and 4 boys. And
we got a comment from Miss Pello that says that has not been approved yet, and she is correct. It has not been approved. It was just presented to
it was a
the
budget
public and
presentation
to the council. But there's another one coming up here. I want to make people.
This
aware
one
of.
is I posted this today, and I posted it because people do need to. I'm not going to it, but are you going to it?
I'm going to attempt to go there and try and maintain my composure. I have to be careful because these are, my union brothers and sisters at the water board. But I'm
You
still,
can take me and I'll just you can write it down and I'll say whatever you want to say because I ain't got no brothers and sisters
Well,
at
now
the
your
water board.
secret's out. So.
I obviously,
You shove your hand up my ass to make me talk.
I scrutinize the city budget every year. It's just something that I've done every year, going through it line by line. I've got to educate myself a little more on the water board budget because I do have the water board budget here. And I was going through some of the things just quickly, and I noticed a couple of things. But the water board budget is, we're looking at approximately $43 million. That's what the water board budget is.
What is the overall increase?
The overall increase to the individual residents, the increase that they're proposing represents a 16.9% increase. Your minimum due that you pay every quarter, whether you turn that tap on or not, just to have that service in your house, the minimum used to be $106.28, $106.28 every 3 months. Yeah. That 16.9% increase will now put that new minimum charge at $124.23 per 3 months every quarter, just to have service in your house. And the city has it to where if your water gets turned off, then your house gets condemned. There's other fees that are built into this as well. if the water gets turned off because of non-payment of bill, when you go to turn it back on, they charge an extra
reconnection fee and whatnot.
$75, I believe it
Yeah.
is, and they charge you $25 if you like me. I just sold one of my houses, and they charged me $25 to do a final meter read, which I didn't have to because I didn't have water on there. But to reactivate, if you want to turn service on, $100 for them to come in and inspect the meter, install the meter and stuff. I mean, if you think there's a problem with your meter and you want it bench tested, you want them to test it, $100 for them to test their meter if you think there's a problem with it. But when it's broken down, the water minimum charge was $45.73 every 3 months. It's now $53.45.
So
and then the sewer portion is used to be $60.55 per quarter. That's now gone up to $70.78 per quarter.
I can deal with inflation because when you have mismanagement, which obviously we've had mismanagement, especially with the water board, you're going to pay for that in the long run. But let's point out something that you pointed out to me on the way in, and then we're gonna leave the water board alone and point out a few more community things. Because how much is the water board paying for their own sewage?
Well, and there's a couple different spots in here I've noticed. Just like I said, I was going through it quickly before we came. I just printed it out. The water board budget's only 23 pages or 26 pages or whatever. There's one section in here where they charge a water sewer fee, $698,000.
$698,000 to process their own shit.
That is their own contractual expense in that section. And then there was another.
That's like the electric company paying to power itself.
Then there was another section,
electric doesn't come from
another account here in their budget.
Just the weirdest shit ever too.
So stupid.
We make hydroelectricity and get sent across the state, so
It's sent on the East Coast, and
here's
not to us.
another water and sewer charge. This one is.
they're getting ready to build another one too. I think Hudson. Hochul just passed legislation or a project about having New York's largest hydroelectric plant built in the Hudson Valley or something like that.
Well, here's a water sewer charge for $4,000. There's another one listed for $110,000. And then yet another one here in another section for $372,000. The water board is basically charging themselves well over $1 million for their own water and sewer charges for their own facilities. I mean, and like I said, when you're talking about a $43 million budget and at least over $1 million of it's your own usage, come on, man. I mean,
everybody's going to have to get down there on Monday. At what time?
That will be Monday, November 8th at 5 p.m. It is going to be at the Michael O'Loughlin water board or water treatment plant, which is on Buffalo Avenue. These rates are going to be effective on January 1st.
Yep.
So the water treatment plant where this is at, Michael O'Loughlin Municipal Water Plant, at 5815 Buffalo Avenue. And they are saying there is a teleconference that can be accessed through the internet. You can call the phone number and give the access code. And they are going to have a budget meeting after. Now, this is just for the public hearing section, so you can go and bitch about it.
Yeah, I actually posted all that information. You can write it and submit a written comment to them.
You can submit written questions as well. If you want to speak in person, they say you should be there between 4:50 p.m. and 5 p.m. I'm sorry, no, that's to speak in person in a teleconference between 4:50 and 5 p.m. But you can get this online at nfwb.org/reports.
I actually posted earlier on the Niagara Graffiti page. I posted the link with the actual notification about it. But moving on from the water board, how can the community, besides an amazing amount of coupons if they can bring them through to you, how can they also help with the different ventures you got going on with the church has going on?
Thank you for getting that. I forgot to say it earlier. But yeah, as far as Operation Christmas Child goes, we are collecting stuff. It's on my personal Facebook and then also on the Bacon Memorial Presbyterian Church's Facebook page. I've been keeping a running list of just what we're still looking for to put in the boxes. We have had some monetary donations, so those as well are super helpful. to be able to go out and just finish getting the stuff we need. As far as packing the boxes, Saturday.
Well, plus, like you said, too, I mean, if somebody gives you $1, you can turn it into 50 with your couponing skills.
This is true.
So,
I turned, $1.35 once into $490 worth of stuff.
Good Lord, will you marry me? Holy shit. I need that in my life. Can you do that with beer?
Of course I do.
So
Beer and
yeah, what the hell? So yeah, but we're packing Saturday, November 13th at 11 o'clock in the morning. We will be at the church at 166 59th Street in the Falls. We will be packing the shoe boxes. We set it up basically like a big assembly line. You grab a box. We have food there during it and stuff, and we kind of just do it as a big fellowship. Everybody get together and
there's gonna be music and testimony when I go on.
I don't know if we're so much gonna do like that kind of stuff because it's really busy. Like we're grabbing stuff. If your kids need community service hours for school or for anything else, I know that's a big thing. We have a couple kids that are coming out to do that.
So people can donate time if you can't donate goods or anything. You can definitely come donate time, give them a hand.
Yeah, it's a big thing. As far as the Bacon's Blessings giveaways go, like I said, we do those every 5 to 6 weeks is our target. Sometimes a little longer, sometimes a little shorter, depending on how the coupons are and how I do. But yeah, look out on our Facebook page. You can like and follow Bacon Memorial Presbyterian Church, add myself. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. But
say they wanted to bring in bags of dog food.
Yeah. Yeah, so those can always be dropped off at the church. The receptionist is there Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 to 1. Those aren't really great hours. So if you work on Sundays, church is open from 9:30 in the morning. We're usually there until 1 o'clock afterwards. Or shoot me a message, and we can always come pick it up or whatever else.
Miss Pello would put a message on Facebook here that she would like you to share this and how the community can help in the good things about Niagara Falls, New York. That's a group that she runs on Facebook.
I know Lori, my mom, has shared actually a couple times when I posted about the giveaway. I think she shared it right into the group. So that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to tell Lori where she could find it at, but there's no sense in telling Lori where she could find anything.
Lori knows where everything is.
Lori already knows where to find it at.
She doesn't know where a gas pump is, though. She needs to teach her something. Somebody needs to teach her where damn gas pumps are. So she
knows where a gas pump is, but she knew where this inflation bullshit was going, so she decided against it.
Drive right past 4,500 of them a year.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about the gist of it. I mean, we're doing the giveaways all the time. I'll post stuff about it. If there's anything you want to donate, the coupons, money donations, anything like that, your time is huge, like Tim said. I said a year ago, whatever, I was a grad student. I was working, but I was a college student. We don't make that much money as college students. You get hurt and stuff. But I was able to give my time and my talent, and that's a huge thing. And it's super, super appreciated. So if you want to come pack boxes, if you ever want to help with the giveaway and stuff like that, it is so rewarding. I'm telling you, I get a lot more out of it. Or if you're watching and you're in need of some stuff, I'm not in a great place in my life. I'm not well off. I might be a doctor, but that doesn't mean I'm wealthy. That doesn't mean whatever. I hurt sometimes. I'm hurting sometimes, and I know COVID's affected us all. Everybody, not working. Yeah, not working's affected everybody. So I don't want anybody to feel ashamed that you're coming in and going, oh, well, I need a little assistance. Okay, good. That's what we're here for.
The first step is being able to admit that you need help.
Yeah.
Now, would you be interested in doing a couponing class to try and teach some people?
When I have some free time, yes.
Now, Tim brought up something, and I can't remember exactly the context that he brought it in, but it was something that I was thinking about last night, and it kind of does fall in line with your day job. I was considering trying to start up something as far as, because we are getting to the holiday season, and we do have a lot of people in the geriatrics homes that are older that maybe their families come for an hour to visit them during Thanksgiving, or snatch them and bring them back and drop them back off in there for the holidays. And I'm going to reach out to Jessica also on this. But I wanted to try to find a way to where maybe we can have viewers have children, maybe in their neighborhood or whatever, make Christmas cards.
That'd be awesome.
Or something to give to these nursing homes, kind of like a pen pal situation.
Yeah.
To reconnect some of these older people to younger people, and maybe even start like a I know there's a lot of people that do things where you can sign up and write to prisoners and whatnot.
Yeah.
These old people are prisoners, believe it or not. And I think that this COVID thing really, really showed that, because people couldn't go in to see their loved ones.
I still can't
and
come
a
in.
lot of them died.
The governor was putting them back in there with COVID, affecting the whole joint.
And hopefully he gets caught and prosecuted for that as well, because that should have been the whole reason why he was taken out. And don't get me wrong, everything else that happened is horrible, but that would happen to them old people was his direct. I'm just going to leave it where it's at. But
and then to write a book and get an award for it.
Yeah, and I don't want to get into it because
I
I know that there's people that are watching that have different opinions on it. But I'm saying from the get-go, I said it. He did that shit, and he should pay for it.
Absolutely.
But going back to something very positive, I think that would be wonderful. Maybe you can connect that.
I'm game. If anybody wants to do them before next Saturday, we can send them overseas in the boxes as well.
Yeah.
They say all the time, like a personal note, like something that you put in. People put pictures and stuff. Mm-hmm. A lot of the time, we'll just write a little card and we'll copy it over and cut it up. And
even that would be great. How many packages do you have?
250.
250. And maybe if we posted something tonight and got it together, maybe the kids could just write a little letter and say, this package was mailed to you. We can put out like a generic thing, and then they can write it, and then
or their name, color it, just anything. Anything like that. If you're bored, and
I get Jackson to do one. It's kind of a general thing, and then we'll see how we can get them to you.
Okay.
Because I'm down for going over and helping you pack it up.
That'd be awesome. Saturday. Yeah. It is. It's honestly, I say it all the time. It's my favorite day of the year.
Tim will be out killing Bambi.
I wish I could put some deer. You know what? That's a sore subject with me right now. I got to tell you.
You hit anything yet?
Last Sunday, I shot a 4-point buck over on Grand Island, and I was tracking it. It was late. I went over there. I was there till about 9 o'clock that night. Mm-hmm. We had I had some huge blood spots, and it was just too dark, and I didn't know the area very well.
Pads.
So I left and came home Sunday, and then Monday went over with a friend of mine. That's all right. I'll load the crossbow when I'm taking you home. But Monday I went back over with a friend of mine. Councilman Kennedy took some time out of his legislative race to come over with me in the morning for a little while, and he was helping me look for it. He's, it's something he's good at. We could not find that damn thing. We looked for 4 hours, and I was pissed because it was the first deer I'd ever shot with an arrow. But the hunt continues. I'm going back out. I can't do it this weekend, though.
That's why I dressed like this, just because of you. I was going to bring up
You're afraid I was going to shoot you. That's
some hunting pointers, and I was
Now, tomorrow I'm putting an engine in my Tahoe so I can get the four-wheeler down to Stockton, where I go hunting it down in the southern tier, so I can go there. But
if you need anybody to take some of that venison off your hands, you let me know.
You know what? I offered some to your mother. I took some over to them, and I still have a little left over from last year because I did get 3 deer last year. But
I'm pretty sure I ate some of those last year, so thank you.
But this year I'm shooting for 3 of them again. It's the goal. I'd like to obviously do more because I don't eat it all myself, but I haven't bought a steak since then. Since last year, because I love deer meat so much. I'd much rather have it than anything else.
Since I've started watching this Joe Rogan podcast years ago, actually, I said it like I just started watching it yesterday, but I really, really want to start focusing on eating venison throughout the year and elk. I really want some elk.
It's better for you.
Yeah.
But I do want to say that tomorrow is, like I said earlier, the day that the lady that gave birth to a legend. My mother, tomorrow is her birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Wait, did you say she gave birth to a legend or she is a legend?
Yeah, both.
I was going to say...
One of them's debatable.
Yeah.
I watched growing up. My parents split up when I was 13 years old, and I watched my mother go through and do a lot of things that most women, just didn't have to do, thankfully, but she did, and she did it all willingly and raised me and my 2 sisters. That woman taught me how to use a spoon. I owe my life to that woman, literally and figuratively. And I love you, Mom, and I really hope that you have a great birthday. I'm not going to see you this year on it, obviously, because I'm going to be working on the truck, and you said you didn't want to do nothing for your birthday, so hopefully you're not alone by yourself, and you have a good day. But then also we got on Wednesday. Like I said, Wednesday was the worst day in history for any other country that wanted to oppose the United States. November 10th, 1775, the Marine Corps was born, and it is the birthday of the Marine Corps.
Hoorah.
And then Thursday is Veterans Day. So people need to remember your veterans. It's a reason that you're in somewhat of a free country still. We're under attack by some of our administration, we can
Damn, it
say.
seems like we're under attack by Canadians.
No, not yet. They're not allowed to come over yet, but
I seen the hand go up over in the corner over there.
But when they do, we are not going to have any milk on our shelves.
I did
Quebecois.
I did have a talk with Brian Lozinski. He's Niagara Sausage Company. We're trying to get him to come in today. And unfortunately, couldn't make it, but he was telling me that people need to be aware that there are food shortages coming up, and one of those shortages could very well be turkeys this year for Thanksgiving. So remember, you need to shop local, shop your small businesses, local small businesses. They may not be the cheapest, but you know what? They're the ones that are going to be looking out for us when these food shortages are happening at Walmart and stuff.
When is bird season?
Turkey season? It's already on right now, I believe. I think it's already passed. But, if you can't get a turkey, by all means, go see Brian and Norm. They make their own sausage, and Brian cuts the steaks up himself. He's got deli case over there. He's got Jackie and Shayna they do theirs. Weekly specials every week on Facebook. You get into their club, and they actually will send you the link on your text messages. But I'm actually going to be having venison. I still have some left over, but
nice.
It'd be nice to have some fresh venison backstraps from this year. But people need to remember your veterans, Thank those veterans, because, like I said, if it wasn't for them, we may be speaking German or Russian or Chinese or...
Pretty soon you better start thanking them turkeys for the fact that they go out and slaughter themselves and throw themselves inside grocery store freezers.
And that's it, all that meat that you're eating, it all commits suicide.
Why are you like this?
I was born like this. I'm sorry, Doc.
But, and obviously my son is a Marine. Myself, I went to Marine Corps boot camp myself, and a lot of friends, a lot of family that are service members. Thank them all for their service. This is their day. It is, like I said, if it wasn't for them, we may be speaking a foreign language, and hopefully we continue with our freedoms and can keep as many as we have and gain some of those back.
I honestly have a feeling that our service members are getting ready to go through a really difficult time in our history. You know how I feel about it with my brother being a senior chief, my god brother. Mm-hmm. And I definitely come from a military family. My grandfather was Navy, multiple aunts, uncles. My Uncle Ray that actually just passed away not that long ago, Ray Scott, was in the Marine Corps. So yes, and that is something that we always have to, but it should be every day. And I try to stress when you start having these kind of memorials for everybody, we don't need just one day. You should be thinking about these individuals every single day because they give you the ability to wake up to your freedoms every single day.
Don't forget 22. 22 is the average number of veterans that die from
both
suicide.
My grandfathers served in World War II and in the Army. And
that's all I got, sir. I think we're up against the clock here.
Yeah, definitely. My stomach's saying, listen, you
yes, it is.
Tried to sneak out without eating today, and Jackson's got a Salisbury steak at home. He was talking about Dad. It was cooking. We were on our way, and he was like, Dad, can we go to my Maloney's? And I was like, she's closed.
Yes.
By the time we get out of here, she's closed.
Her birthday was last week, too, by the way. Saturday night I was out for her birthday party.
I had to plan ahead. I had to call Miss Chantel and see if I can't get a Chantilly Philly set aside or, set up that way he can eat it next week.
Ask her to deliver like she did to me the one week, She did.
Yeah. We could do that. We need to have her come in one time and drop it off. Just sit down and chat with us. Maybe we'll plan it for 1 week.
Speaking of local businesses, I'm going to turn around real quick, give a little shout out. I forgot I had this shirt on.
You're more than welcome to.
Stand up, let her rip.
I know, I got to turn around. Can we see it? Is it backwards or is it forwards?
No, perfect.
Is it actually forwards? Yeah, that's
perfect.
That's Niagara Barber Company on, I think it's 3605 or 3610. He owns both buildings on Hyde Park Boulevard.
Yes.
Yeah. So owned by a very good friend of mine, basically another brother. So
what's his name?
Brandon Zinga.
Brandon Zinga.
Bradley and Zinga. So originally from Rochester, he's a Niagara University grad. Loved Niagara Falls so much, he stayed in the area.
And he bought up that whole area, building,
Yep.
and then turned it into that. And
yeah, he's done an awesome job and just bringing businesses into the area, which we know is huge. And Yeah.
We can use them all.
Go give them some support.
Absolutely. Go get your haircut.
Oh.
All right.
Definitely, because
go Royals.
they've had a problem here over the last year too, barbershops and spas and stuff like that because they had to shut down for COVID.
I will say, Brad, it's very community oriented. Military, police, you get it's a 10% discount for military, active military, police, fire,
public safety,
whatever, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. Give them back.
Any words of encouragement for the degenerates that may be watching this? Sorry, Miss Lori Joe.
His words, not mine. Yeah, no.
I heard it ring, so she already messaged.
Yeah, is that what it was?
Yeah. Be careful, Terry's watching. We're in trouble.
My mom's watching.
Yes, she is.
Hi, Mom. I think it's obligatory. You have to do that. But no, not really too many words of encouragement with that. Just like everything we talked about today, like we said, you may not see it every day. You might not know somebody that's hurting that bad, but you do. You know somebody that's been affected. You know somebody that's lost their job, whether you realize it or not. And there's so many people that just you're able to help, even just with giving them a little support or just saying, hey, like, I understand things are hard right now. If you need anything, let me know. You need a friend to talk to, let me know. And then send them our way. If they're having financial trouble and stuff like that, send them to the church. We always got stuff sitting around and stuff. I have more dryer sheets than you've ever seen in your life there. So if anybody needs dryer sheets or toothpaste, hit me up because I got to get rid of some.
Send me your coupons.
Yes, and all the coupons,
yes.
Please.
What date is the Operation Christmas Child packing?
November 13th at 11 o'clock in the morning at 166 59th Street.
That's 1 week from today.
And at the next
Tomorrow,
time,
but yeah.
you come up with your couponing ventures of the bacon.
Blacon Blessings.
I do it every
Blessings.
episode. I mix up something and it's terrible.
For Bacon's Blessings,
Yes,
yeah. I will let you know.
We'll share it on our page.
Sweet. Thank you much.
See if we can get a couple people out there.
Thank you much.
Also, we'll add the information for anybody that would like to help out, donations, and maybe be there for the Operation Christmas Child package. We're going to put out the information. Maybe you guys can help come up with 250 letters from children to stuff inside these boxes. Don't want no older people. Just let's try to keep it to where it's the kids sending letters to the kids.
School teachers would be a good project for your students.
Yeah, definitely. If Mr. Laurie, if you get this, I'll reach out to you later on. Maybe we can get something together with the elementary school kids.
You know, we are a adopt-a school partner with LaSalle Preparatory School. So if there's any of the teachers from there watching, or Mr. Laurie, long time no see, sir, but if you can get in touch with them.
We were just here not that long ago. Mr. Laurie's a really, really great guy. I talked to him.
I agree.
And then, but most people are great on the surface. He's probably a serial killer. I shouldn't have said that. Let me not say
Why are you like this?
That's it. Dustin cut his microphone off.
No, because when somebody is really, really nice and are almost like too nice, you're like, he's got a couple bodies in
Dustin,
the basement.
He's still digging a hole, buddy. Cut his mic off.
His name's probably not really Mark. It's probably Stan.
Cut him off. He's got the shovel out. Cut him off. All right,
you got any closers for tonight there, buddy?
No, I think you done closed this off enough.
I think we're just closed everything off.
Hey, Mr. Florio, thanks for everybody for watching tonight. I see Kevin Hutchinson chimed in there too, and obviously Miss Terry Tompkins. Love those flower photos on Facebook,
Yeah,
but you can still put those on now, even though the election's over. You can still put them on because we need all that.
Just don't start putting Christmas stuff on yet, Mom. Please don't put Christmas stuff up.
I'm already on there.
Oh
already
my
started
gosh.
that shit. Yeah, Jackson was asking me the day after the election, Zach, we put up the Christmas tree now?
No.
We need the bubble cannons fixed first.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Everybody have a good weekend.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
All right.
Where's the camera? I'm going the wrong way.
Weekend.
Yeah.
Bye, Mom.
And with this, change the conversation from what is wrong with you to how can I help. Have a great weekend, Niagara Graffiti. See you next week.
Good weekend.